Keandre, that step back late there, just what was going through your head the whole time? It didn't look like you had any intentions of giving up that ball.
First, I want to say hats off to Murray State, a real good team, real well-coached team, NCAA team. But yeah, I just wanted to take some leadership, take the last shot, and I felt that it was going to be good.
So you knew the whole time you were going to hold on to it and just take it?
Yeah, I was confident in myself that I was going to knock the shot down.
What was different about the second half for you? You had scoreless in the first and really going crazy in the second.
First half, I don't think I made a field goal at all. I just stayed locked in, and I was in foul trouble too. So I just stayed locked in, listened to my coaches, and just kept playing.
What was it like out there against Tevin Brown? He can shoot from anywhere, drives it well.
He's a real tough player. He can shoot. He can get his teammates involved. So, I mean, we just got the win at the end. Real tough player though.
Or you were forced into a lot of action there late due to Tyreek's foul trouble there. Just how confident were you? How much does you think a win like this can help you guys as well?
Like Keandre said, it's a huge win, and so we coming together. We play some tough teams, so I think it's up from here.
Keandre, how impressed were you with the freshman out there and kind of a big moment for him?
Freshmen stepped up big. A lot of our other players that was like starting was in foul trouble. Freshmen stepped up big. They played a good role. They executed down the stretch. We needed it.
And there was a big stretch there. I mean, Jamonte gets to start tonight. Isaiah was in there for a little bit with you engaged. Just how are they? Do they look like freshmen to you guys, or what? How are they fitting in right now?
They fit in pretty good. They really don't look like freshmen. They're really good players, and they got a bright future.
Keandre, you guys missed some free throws last game. Churchill tonight, solid from the line, and they missed quite a few. That was one difference in the game.
Last game, we missed, like we said, plenty of free throws, but we been in practice just working on everything, working on our offense, working on defense, and we switched it up today. Like going man instead of playing zone a lot, and we just knocked down free throws down the stretch.
This is kind of for any of you, but you guys usually have more offensive rebounds in a game. You guys only had 6. Tulio, you had half of those. Was there like any particular reason for that? Was it just Murray State was that good?
There's a tough physical team. They got a lot of rebounds. I just think we didn't crash the boards hard enough.
Tulio, it seemed like you got some open looks today, just playing off of Gage too. He's drawing double teams, and that gives you single teams. Just how much are you enjoying that right now?
I mean, it's something that I came from last year doing the same stuff, so I kind of know the role, and I mean, I do whatever it takes to the team to get the win. So.
How confident are you when you see Keandre holding on to the ball there late, just kind of dribbling around and looking for his open look?
Yeah, I was really confident. I know he was going to make that, so I was just there. If he missed it, but I know he ain't going to miss it, so I was just there again, trying to get the rebound.
You guys have had some close ones a lot this early part of the season. I know you got one earlier against St. Joseph's, but to get another one kind of in this fashion, what can that do for you?
This can, we just need leadership. That's our biggest role right now. We got a new team, a lot of new players. We're still trying to gel together. So getting this win was big because this is a real good program. So it's just going to help us for the future and prepare for conference plays. That was just like a conference game out there.
How have you kind of seen that lack of leadership before tonight?
I think it's just new guys. Everyone's still getting trying to get to know each other game and playing together, and it just takes time. It's only beginning.
Coach Ford's almost ready, so we'll do 2 more questions for these guys.
Keandre, I know that you guys are playing such a tough schedule, and you're just below 500 right now overall. But how important is it to have that tough of a schedule, as opposed to scheduling a bunch of easy opponents where you may have a better record right now, but you would be playing just quality teams?
Scheduling easy, teams wouldn't really do nothing for our program. It wouldn't get us better. Scheduling bigger teams will help us in conference, because the bigger teams, we can compete with them and we can see where we're at and what we need to work on. So when we get to conference play, conference should be much easier.
And do you feel like you're getting close to conference ready?
Yes, I think we're getting closer and closer each game.
How are turnovers a part of that? Because you guys have obviously struggled with that pretty much all season so far.
We just need to take better care of the ball, not be soft with the ball like Odezu. but we're gonna get it right.
You know, I'm proud of our players being able to win a close game. Really proud of Tulio and Keandre Cook, as well as our freshmen. I thought those guys did a phenomenal job against a well-respected opponent, against a program that knows how to win. And it was good to see our guys be on the other side of the close game tonight. And there's a couple reasons why we were able to do that. Our defense was phenomenal. We held them 37%. Our second half rebounding wasn't great, and then we fouled too much. But they're a hard guard. They run their offense really fast, and just really happy for our players to be able to be on the other side.
When you see Keandre Cook just dribbling around there late, didn't look like he had any intentions of passing the ball. Is that kind of how you drew it up?
Well, here's the mistake I've made early in the year is when the game's on the line, I've tried to run a play instead of just give it to a player. And so today I just decided to give it to a player, and he made a play. So maybe we would have won one or two of those other close ones if I wasn't trying to run a play. I'm not a good play guy. I'm a good recruiter, I guess, with the players, but tonight that was just Keandre Cook making a play.
What can you say about Ford Cooper Jr.? He only had one shot tonight, but it was
It was a bad shot.
It kind of seemed like that's what kind of sparked the offense a little late.
Oh, you mean the three that he missed one in the first half and second half. But yeah, Ford Cooper was phenomenal, and he's been phenomenal every opportunity we've given him. Now, he hadn't gotten a lot of opportunity, so to whom much is given, much is required. Well, if you don't get a lot's not required. Now he's going to get more, but I thought he was really good in the last 7 minutes, eight or 7 minutes. Whenever he had to check in, I mean, he basically ran the show to get us a good win. And the one ill-advised shot that he took, I think it was just a result of the pressure that they had. But the best thing he did was give that ball to Keandre Cook. And Cook was held scoreless until the last 8 minutes, I think. And the sucker got 15 points. So, if I could get on the court and give it to Cook, I would. But I can't.
How do you evaluate the turnovers? You had a lot in the first half, not as many in the second half.
I thought in the first half there were some careless ones. Again, it's okay. So playing with Gage without practicing with Gage it's just not easy. So in practice, he's not out there. So when they see him out there in the game, they're just trying to force it down to him, and then everybody wants to stand and watch. That was the thing I was the most disappointed with offensively tonight, is we were standing and watching instead of playing, high-low, like we're supposed to be playing. And I thought a couple of those turnovers were just trying to force it in. We just can't do that. And we're going to have to continue to see the way we have to play on offense to be good. It's not easy. It's hard. Like, you got to cut, move the ball, sprint the ball screen, sprint off ball screen, sit in. And this group, because of a lack of leadership, has not been there yet. But I saw some good things the last 8 minutes today in terms of leadership. And getting a nice win like this hopefully will give us an opportunity to kind of flip that card, maybe flip that leadership card to get people to embrace how we have to play to be the team we're supposed to be.
The guys touched on leadership before you came in. Just what did you see specifically that showed in those last minutes that this leadership stepped up?
Number one, the look in the eye of Tulio and Cook, right? The look in their eye. It was no doubt who was leading us down the stretch. It was no doubt who was going to make the big play, okay? And then the voice in the timeout. Who's talking? The voice in the free throw, right? Josh Hall, had he missed the second one, had he not made it, we're probably going to foul up 3 under 7 seconds. Hearing Cook and Tulio talk about that, that's leadership, right? That's just leadership. Doing what's best for the team, serving others is leadership. Tulio got that rebound. He could have held on to it. He passed it and passed it again and passed it again, ran off extra 3 or 4 seconds. Where if Hall missed the front end of a 1-and-1, it could have been 11 seconds to go, and we've been down that road. That's leadership. Serving others, doing what's best for the program, and having fun doing it. Here's another big example of leadership. Either Cook made a free throw or Hall made a free throw, and we had 3 guys at half court, and one of them grabbed and went and dapped the guy up that made the free throw. That's leadership. Serving others, being happy when other people be successful. That's leadership.
And your guys really, for the most part, executed from the line. I mean, 14 of 17, and they didn't execute from the line.
Well, I mean, they win a boatload.
Right.
I mean, I mean, 29 times. I mean, I'd have to go back and look at the tape. I know they're aggressive, but I'm glad we executed from the free throw line, because we didn't execute in the half-court offense at all. And again, that's leadership. Just like when we get pressed in the middle of a game, you have to have on-the-court leadership. Okay, at the end of the first half, we did not finish that half right. It's all leadership. That's all leadership. We call a timeout to take the last shot, and we took a shot with 11 seconds to go. That's a lack of leadership. You cut that any way you want to cut that. Now, what they did at the end, stepping up, making front ends of 1-and-1s, Hall stepping up, making that a two-possession game, I think it was. That's a sign of leadership too. So, just happy to see that from some guys.
And then you had flashes from a couple of guys. You got some points from guys that maybe haven't been contributing. Your team's maybe coming together a bit.
I think each passing day, we're coming together. The question is, am I willing to accept the way it's coming together? For example, I'm going to have to play the freshmen. And I said at the beginning of the year, there's only two ways I'm going to play these freshmen. Number one, we're not very good, or we're going to be really good for 4 years. Now, here's one thing I can tell you about our freshmen. They're not afraid. They've been in big games, even in high school. They do a good job. And they want to be coached, right? They're not always happy with the coaching, but at least they want to be coached. And I believe in my heart they want to be coached by me. And so they need to play a little more. They need to play a little more. Because they do a good job when they're out there. Now, Jamonte Black, we started him tonight. He played 32 minutes. And he made some mistakes, but I couldn't tell he was a freshman out there. And again, I'll say this about Murray State. That's a Valley. That's the most Valley team we play. I mean, that's a Valley game, right? Low scoring. I mean, first media was 2-2. Halftime, it was 20-20. Come out in second half, all of a sudden the whistle changes. I mean, that's literally what happens in the Valley. And so, and that's why we would like to play Murray State every year. And then they're more like a Valley team when they don't have John Morant. When they have John Morant, they're like a Big East team or like a freaking Big 12 team or something. So.
What about Kabir Muhammad and he
Yeah.
didn't play tonight? What can you say about that?
That was a coach's decision, and I anticipate him getting back in the rotation. That was a coach's decision, but he will be back in the rotation. We need more leadership from him, Keandre, and Tulio.
We kind of saw something around this time last year. You kind of said the same thing about Jared Dixon when you said you weren't seeing that leadership from him, and then there was one game where you just saw it and it happened. Are you expecting that? Is that kind of what you're looking at doing?
You're exactly right. That's a great question, because that was the conversation I just had in the locker room. Tulio, Keandre, and Kabir are going to have to lead the team. We cannot be a coach-led team. I'm the coach. I lead the program, every facet of the program. They're the players. They need to lead the team. When I have to come off of my program leadership stand to lead the team, that's not good. That's not good, because I'm going to always make the best decision for the program. So these players have to lead the team, and that's all we've been lacking is leadership. And that's the challenge to Tulio, Cook, and Kabir. And here's the reason why. I've seen them be good followers to Dixon, Krecklow, and Webster. So I have the utmost confidence that they'll be great leaders. Now, have I done a good enough job teaching them how to lead this year's team? No. And I probably expected other people to lead it. And I should have been expecting Tulio, Cook, and Kabir to lead it. So majority of that blame is on me, but not after today, because my message was clear.
When did you start seeing that lack of leadership?
For our whole team,
Yeah.
day one practice.
I got one more.
Yeah, I told a story at media day to make them feel good.
Can you just talk
I do that
about
sometimes.
those
It's called wisdom.
Those offensive rebounds. You guys usually have a lot more. You guys only had 6 tonight.
Another great question. And I was disappointed in that, because what 24 did to us, that's what we do to people. And we told them in the scouting and in the personnel that 24 is like a Missouri State player. And he just whipped us on the glass. It almost won them the game. Luckily, he fouled out. I don't think we got a defensive rebound until he fouled out. So I guess that was the trade-off for the 29 free throw attempts, is to get 24 out of there. But I mean, he just whipped us, and that's disappointing. And then I didn't think Gage Prim was very good tonight, but that's to be expected. I mean, he's literally been off for a week. So,
Dana, what is his injury?
you know, I can't say it because he's not comfortable with me saying it. But here's what I'll say, and I've told Wyatt this 100 times. It's a precursor to a very serious injury. And so the only way for it to heal is through rest. Okay, now there's I guess some doctors, we have Mercy and Cox in town, and some doctors can probably guess what it is, but he doesn't want me to put it out there. But I will tell you guys this, he'll be load managed the rest of the year. He will be load managed the rest of the year. Obviously, everybody's off tomorrow, and then he'll be off, you know, and we'll see what he looks like on Friday. Yep, so.
Can I ask one last thing?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Just what makes Murray Murray? I mean, all these years they've been so good for so long. And when you look at them, are they something of a model you could, you know, pick some things out from?
Yeah, here's the
Coach
thing.
against
So I've been in
them.
that league, right? Here's the number one thing, is that they expect to win, right? They expect to win. I mean, it's not lip service in Murray, Kentucky. I mean, it's a way of life, okay? The second thing is they always defend and rebound, always, always. And then I think the third thing is guard play. They always got big-time guards. College basketball is all about guards. It's all about guard play. And then what they're able to do, since they have such good guards, is they can go out and get a couple big men that look really good with those guards. Because they're big, they're strong, they're athletic, they're good finishers, they're good screeners. And those guards, boy, they make them look good, man. They make them look good. And they do a great job. But it's a total team effort. We went there and played last year. It was 8 or 9,000 people there. Now, they've earned it. I mean, they've been to the tournament 25 times or something like that. But it's a good program for us every year to benchmark ourselves. It's a really good program.